Hey guys, and welcome to Reality Check, brought to you by Champion Life Ministries. I'm Michael Nord, and today I want to talk to you guys about the importance of voting in today's political landscape. Also, I want to talk to you guys about the upcoming election in November and why it's so important that our voices are heard and that we make an impact. So first, I want to start off with the matter. Simply, the matter is going to be our first segment where we talk about basically the facts, right? The statistics and the truth about the issue of today. And today's topic is who's voting and who's not. Okay? Who's voting and who's not. See, I want to break down really the ages, the age groups of everybody who's voting and then people who are not voting. In today's landscape, a lot of people and a lot of young people aren't voting in elections. The voices aren't being heard. They're not going to the voting box on election day. They just aren't participating. And this is mostly people ages 18 through 29. Also, I want to compare past elections to current elections and also address this election coming up. See, in 2016 presidential election, young voters turnout in Texas was approximately 28%. Only 28%. This was significantly below the national average of 39% for younger voters age 18 through 29. In the 2020 election, Texas saw a notable increase in young participation in voting, with about 41% of young voters voting. This represented a 13% increase since 2016, reflecting growing political engagement, although it remained below the national turnout at 50%. So we had more voters in 2020 that were 18 through 26 than we did 2016. And so this year, we want to make sure that we have over 50%. We want to make sure that we are getting our voices heard and that we are encouraging young people, including myself, to go out and vote. Go out and make sure that we are standing firm for policies that are pro-God, pro-life, and pro-family. We want to make sure that we are taking advantage of our civic freedom that we have here in the United States of America to go and vote for the choice that is right, for the choice that are going to make sure that we have freedoms here in America and make sure that we're going to have a future for generations to come. And so I want to discuss, voter engagement, right? Why are young people, right? And this is also, like I said, this is including me. This is my generation right now. Why is this generation not engaged, right? They're not engaged. And so what we're going to address that is we're going to address the disinterest. We're going to address the feeling of not feeling important or not feeling heard, okay? And so here's the reality. The reality is this. The reality is people are disengaged. That's the reality. The reality is that people are being disengaged. The disconnect in political engagement is simply the reality. And so I want to talk to you about three points that I want to address. First one is the lack of information. People are just uninformed. People are not informed about policies. People are not informed about what's going on in today's. Some people just ignore it. Some people are just, naive about it. Or some people know it and they don't care. And so that is a big issue. See, young voters often feel uninformed about candidates, policies, or the voting process. I believe that one thing that's really stood out to me about Kamala Harris is that she doesn't have a platform. It's the truth. She doesn't have a platform. Her platform is what Biden has done, and she doesn't really want to say that, but it's really what it is. And so the thing that people are having issue with Kamala is that she doesn't have a platform. She's not telling anybody her policies or anything like that. And so that really hinders people from making a decision that's informed because they don't have information to make educational decisions about the election. And so that's a problem. And so these things create confusion and hesitation about participating. It really does. It really does. Like people that are moderates, right, that don't really choose a side, it's really hard for them to make a decision on who to vote for because simply they don't know what the other side wants. And so that's an issue with voting. Many don't have any access to resources that explain how their impact specific, right? And so they don't really know what's going on, and so that hinders them from making educational decisions about their political leadership. And also too, life transitions too. This is another thing too, just life transitions, right? Young adults often face significant life transitions, right? Like moving to college or, a new job, right? Some of these things just get in the way of life. And that's very valid. Sometimes we're just so busy and, it slips our mind. But I want to encourage you guys to register to vote and let's get this done in 2024, November 5th. It's going to be a red wave, okay? And so these things disrupt, right, our engagement. And so we want to make sure that we're focused, but also handling our business, right? Handling what needs to be done, but also making sure that voting is a priority in our list. Also, too, and lastly, feeling ineffective, or feeling that you're not making an influence in the political landscape. Many young people feel that their votes won't make a difference or that the political system is broken, right? And it's not gonna make a meaningful change. And this is really bad because this system today is so corrupt. It's so corrupt. It's so corrupt. There's so much corruption. There's so much deceit. There's so many lies. The fake news media. Yeah, I said it. The fake news media. We have all these different things that are making it harder, right? Right. We have Brazil, right? Countries and even America, right? They want to censor people. They want to censor speech, right? They want to stop people from being able to speak freely about different issues and opinions that they have, right, about certain topics. And so this really makes people feel that they're not valued, that their opinions don't matter, and that they don't really have an impact in the political landscape. But why is that? Because we see what the left is doing, right? We see what they're trying to do to silence people's voices, right? That they're trying to go after, their other opponent, their other political opponent, because they don't like them or because they don't want them to be in the White House again. And that's really wrong. It's not right. But we have a chance to make a difference and vote a certain way in November. It's up to you guys. And so I want to highlight too some consequences for not voting. There's consequences, right? And so, right, who benefits, right, from low voting turnouts? The people who benefit from it most is the people that you least want to be in office, right? The people that you want, like, listen, like people that have complained about the Biden-Harris administration, but they didn't vote, be quiet, because you didn't even take the opportunity to vote, and so you can't complain about the outcome of the election in 2020, okay? Also, too, I believe that when you don't vote, now this may be really deep, but I think I have to say it because it's just, it has to be said because it's the truth. When you don't vote, all the blood that was shed, all the years in American history was for nothing. Yeah, when you choose to not vote, you're saying, I don't care about the battles that were fought. I don't care about, all the things that the Army has done to defend our freedoms in America so that we could have a democracy. I don't care. That's what you're saying. That you don't care about, you don't care about the freedoms that they fought for. So it doesn't matter. But when you vote, you're saying, listen, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the opportunity that I have in this country to vote and make my voice heard. That's what it's about. And also, too, when you don't vote, it creates an unbalanced representation in government. When you don't vote, your representation in government is not met. in the Senate, in the House of Representatives. Why? Because you didn't vote for the people you wanted to lead your country. You didn't vote for the people that you want to go, to Washington, D.C. and to represent you in legislative matters. And that's a big deal. It's a big deal. We have to make sure that we are fighting for what's right, fighting for Christian values, fighting for values that line up with biblical views. It does. But we have to make sure that we are doing that. It's so important. And now, lastly, the move. The move is simply a call to action. The move is a time where I want to just encourage you to take action. But before we have to do that, we have to make sure that we're educated and informed about issues that matter. And so I want to encourage you to vote in November. Listen, whether you're 18, just turned 18, whether you're 50, whether you're 60, whether you're 20, whether you're in your 30s, you need to vote. And guess what? We want to make sure that you are voting for the right cause. Vote for the right cause. Vote for freedom. Vote for our rights. Vote for your rights as an American. Vote for free speech. Vote for pro-life. Vote for pro-family, pro-borders. Vote for securing our borders and making sure that our borders are secure. Because without a border, we're not a country at all. So vote. We want to make sure that we vote in November and that we are educated and informed about the issues. Listen, go listen to people that are educated and know what they're talking about. Okay. Now, I will say this: that there's many things out there that's going to try to distract you from the truth. I'm gonna say it right now: the fake news media, yes, CNN, right? Some of these channels, MSNBC, right? These people don't want you to hear the truth. They want to give you what they want to give you. They don't want to give you the facts and the truth in both sides of the political spectrum. They want to give you one side that is anti-family, anti-God, and anti-children. Okay? And so I want to also encourage you to know policies. Don't vote for somebody just because of their skin color. Don't do that. Don't do it. And there's this really big thing where people are voting for someone because of their skin color, or because they're the first, or because they're going to be the first woman president. Honestly, I could care less. I care more about your policies, your beliefs, who you are as a person, what you're going to do for our country, and how you're going to make it better. I could care less what nationality you are. I want to know your policies, your beliefs, and how you're going to make America better, and how you're going to protect our freedoms as Americans. That's what I care about, and that's what you should care about also. I'm just going to say that. Also, too, I want you to be informed about these 4 main things: healthcare, education, the economy, and social justice. Those are the 4 main things. And also, too, the border, right? I want to make sure that go look them up for yourself. Go learn about these issues, these topics, and why are they the top 5 issues in the race for the White House in November 5th, 2024. Go look them up. Why are these issues number 1? Why is abortion the number 1 topic? Why is abortion such a serious topic? Why is it that? Why? So go look it up. Do your research. And go be informed and be an informed voter. And so I want to just end this by saying that it's important to be engaged in voting. It's important to vote. And this is not just a presidential election. This is your local elections too. Your governors, your senators. These people are important people that make decisions not just that impact today, but generations to come. But it's up to you. What would you do? Do you want to be on the wrong side of history or the right side of history? It's up to you. And lastly, I want you to make good decision making. Make good decision making. Make decisions that are God-led, Spirit-led, and that they're led by good intentions and not because of somebody's attitude or the way they talk or because of somebody's skin color or because of the way that somebody tweets on Twitter. But make decisions based off of their policies and how much they love America and how much that they're willing to make lives better for Americans. This has been Reality Check here at Champion Life Ministries. Thank God for watching. See you next time.